As scheduled again, the Golden Ball Award Gala is attracting the attention of all football fans around the globe. This is the second year since France Football magazine changed the time to evaluate players' performances. Accordingly, a player's performance in a season will be the main factor in determining the winner of the awards instead of their performance throughout a calendar year. If last year experts identified Karim Benzema as the brightest winner of the noble Ballon d'Or title, this year the results of this race will become much more unpredictable. That is what makes this award attractive and desirable when competitors all have their own competitive advantages. Before going into each nomination for each award, here are a few things you need to keep in mind about this year's Golden Ball Awards ceremony. The 2023 Golden Ball Awards ceremony will take place at the Theater du Chatelet, Paris, France on October 30th local time. The criteria for voting for the Golden Ball will be based on an individual's performance over a season. With this year's nominees, judges will evaluate their performance from August 2022 to July 2023. With the Golden Ball Award for male players, there will be 180 journalists from all over the world from 180 different countries. Their votes will include 5 players ranked in order from lowest to highest. The first-ranked player will receive 5 points, the second-ranked player will receive 4 points. The winner of the Golden Ball is the person with the highest total number of votes. The criterion for evaluation is individual performance, while collective titles are only a secondary factor. In case 2 players have the same total number of votes, the winner will be the one with the most votes in first place. Those are the basics of the 2023 Ballon d'Or, and now we'll get to each category and nominations. You will see many familiar names appearing on this list. There are a total of 10 candidates competing for the Kopa Trophy Best Young Player Award. Pedri and Gavi are the 2 most recent players to win this award, continuing to have their names in the nomination book. In addition, those who finished second and third in the previous vote, including Camavinga and Musiala, continue to appear on the list. This year, a generation of excellent U21 players appeared with new names such as Xavi Simons, Eli Wahi or striker Rasmus Højlund. Mention a little about the individual performances of players who are not widely known, such as the case of striker Eli Wahi. This 20-year-old striker was the main goalscorer of the Montpellier club last season with 19 goals and 5 assists in Ligue 1. With his brilliant performance, Eli Wahi immediately caught the attention of many people. Giants in the Premier League, including Chelsea club. However, the French player refused everything to continue sticking with the country's football, but in the Lens club shirt. The appearance of midfielder Antonio Silva is also a highlight in the nomination list that favors more attacking players. This 19-year-old player had 44 matches for Benfica club last season and scored 5 goals. Last summer, Antonio Silva was the target of Newcastle's pursuit, but his management team still maintained the stance of €100 million to sell. However, experts say that this award will most likely go to midfielder Jude Bellingham. You need to know that everything this guy is creating for Real Madrid will not be counted in the race, but there is no need to. With those things, Bellingham made a very strong impression while playing for Dortmund and the England team. This is the 3rd consecutive year Jude Bellingham has been on the shortlist for the title of Best U21 Player. Twice before, the 20-year-old man sadly watched the award slip out of his reach. However, this year it is likely that joy will come to Bellingham because, after all, he deserves it. There continues to be a competition between names that have made a strong impression throughout the past season, and you will see many nominations are goalkeepers who have had outstanding performances at the 2022 World Cup, as in the case of goalkeeper Yassine Bounou in the magical journey of the Moroccan team. Bounou played an extremely important role with saves that went down in history. It was he who successfully blocked Sergio Busquets' penalty kick to bring victory to the African representative, thereby helping Morocco reach the quarter-finals of a World Cup for the first time. Not to mention, this goalkeeper was also an important part of helping Sevilla win the Europa League last season. Dominik Livakovic is also a notable nominee for this year's Yashin Trophy Award, thanks to his brilliant performance at the World Cup. In addition to the above two nominations, a number of goalkeepers with excellent performances in club colours were also selected. Andre Onana was an important factor in helping Inter Milan reach the Champions League final this year, while Mike Maignan and Thibaut Courtois both contributed significantly to bringing their teams to titles. But perhaps this race will just be the story of Ederson, the goalkeeper who won the treble with Man City, and Emiliano Martinez, the reigning world champion. In a year with the World Cup, someone's performance in this tournament can greatly affect the outcome of individual races. In this regard, Emiliano Martinez has a big advantage. He is the best goalkeeper in the World Cup, the one who successfully saved the decisive penalty shots in the final match against the French team. Therefore, it would not be too surprising if the 31-year-old goalkeeper was once again named to receive a Noble Individual Award from France Football magazine. Unlike the above two awards, the women's Ballon d'Or title has up to 30 nominations. After 2 consecutive years of winning this award, striker Alexia Putellas no longer appears on the list. A ligament injury caused her to miss most matches last season, and that is also the reason why many other famous female players were not nominated. Like the awards for male players this year, the appearance of the Women's World Cup will likely greatly influence the votes. Even in this nomination list, there are also many Spanish players and champions of the 2023 Women's World Cup. Among these, only striker Sam Kerr was in the top 3 of the Women's Golden Ball Award in 2020. Last year, the Australian female striker scored the decisive goal to help Chelsea Women's Club win the FA Cup. However, injury prevented Sam Kerr from being able to bring Australia to the final match of the World Cup. It is likely that the race for the prestigious Women's Award will be a personal matter for female midfielder Aitana Bonmatí. She is the inspiration to help the Barca women's team dominate tournaments. In addition, this 25-year-old midfielder also contributed greatly to the Spanish women's team's championship in the 2023 World Cup. And finally, the most awaited part. List of nominees for the Ballon d'Or Award for the best male player of the last season. With 30 different names selected, you will see the appearance of Mohamed Salah, Benzema, and Kolo Muani. This is even the year that marks Joško Gvardiol's first time after an extremely successful World Cup season with the Croatia team. However, experts say this award will only be a race of champions. We have Kevin De Bruyne, the best attacking midfielder in the world in recent seasons with 32 assists and 10 goals in the 2022-2023 season. Of course, De Bruyne's influence on Man City goes far beyond those parameters. We have Erling Haaland, a scoring machine who broke records in just his first season wearing the blue half of Manchester. Just last week, Haaland was honoured by UEFA in the category of Best Player of the Year in Europe. A powerful award before entering the Ballon d'Or race. And of course, Haaland will face his strongest opponent Lionel Messi. Not the performance at PSG, the World Cup Championship as well and the title of the best player of this tournament have made the race to the Golden Ball title more unpredictable than ever. In the individual award given by UEFA, El Pulga finished behind Haaland with only 227 points, while the Norwegian striker received 352 voting points. But the Ballon d'Or will be a very different race with the participation of 180 journalists around the world. Some statistics will bring peace of mind to Lionel Messi fans. Goal newspaper has commented that Leo is the #1 candidate in the race for this title, followed by Erling Haaland, Kylian Mbappe and Vinicius. Kevin De Bruyne only finished 5th on this list. The bookmakers have also rated El Pulga's odds of winning as extremely high with a ratio of 4-12, while Erling Haaland's odds are 2-13, and De Bruyne is ranked 3rd on the list with odds of 1-50. Will Haaland receive the prestigious award from France Football magazine for the first time, or will Lionel Messi complete his collection with the 8th Golden Ball of his career? The results will only be revealed at the awards gala night taking place on October 30th.